Hi. Okay, this is my website, Merm's Life. My name is Mariam von Briesen. My nickname is Merm, hence the reason for the name, the title Merm's Life. And this is my website. A little bit about me first. I am 19 years old. I have completed 2 semesters of college, community college, studying fine art, and just like a few months ago, I moved to China from the United States and North Carolina. Um, I moved to China, and I'm here for the next 9 months, so it's going to be a year in total by the time I leave. And I moved here because I have a family friend, and they live here, and they needed an au pair, like a nanny, someone to watch their kids. So I was like, I'm gonna go for it because, I mean, one, it's a really great opportunity to be able to live in another country for an entire year. Just it's completely different, and it's a really good way to learn about different cultures. And I've always loved traveling, and it's a really good way to experience completely different things that a lot of people don't experience. And so I wanted to get out there and learn about actually because it's really awesome in itself. It's also been a good way for me to just kind of I've moved here by myself, and I'm 19 years old. I moved here by myself after, so I'm kind of taking a break from college and just coming here, and I have this job, but I'm also just kind of left to my own devices. So it's been a really good time for me to just be alone and kind of figure out what I'm trying to do and kind of just work on myself. So that's a lot about what I've been doing here. It's been really great. I finally got over this rut. You know, the first 3 months was kind of the most difficult after, just leaving home and moving somewhere entirely by yourself, literally across the world where no one speaks your language can be really difficult. But, it's been a really great experience so far, and I still have a long ways to go. So I can't wait to just make even more experiences. But anyway, so the reason for this website is because I just thought it would be really cool to have a collection of my life, of like the art that I make and the things that I'm doing and the stuff that I write about, the things that I think, and just like sort of a collection of all of that for me. But also, I have lots of family and friends that I think um, would like to see it. So this is also for them. I just also think it would be really cool in the future to have something like this to go back to and like be able to see my growth throughout the years. So that's kind of the purpose of this website. I have never created a website before. I don't really know what I'm doing. But so just give me some time. But I'll figure it out. But I got time. Um, so the different like components of this website are going to be there's going to be photography slash like blog, basic blog sort of stuff. I don't really have a super nice camera quite yet, um, but I have my phone camera and it's pretty good. So there's going to be lots of pictures that I've taken, along with descriptions of where I've gone, what I did, where I went to take those pictures, stuff like that. There's also going to be a section for poetry. I got into writing. I've always written since I was little. I've had diaries and stuff like that, but not until about like 6 months ago, I actually started writing like with more thought and more care into what I was writing, and actually writing poetry. Um, and I've actually really taken to it, and I really like writing poetry. So I thought it would be cool to have a little section devoted to just the poetry that I've written. I'm still developing, I just started like 6 months ago, so there's a lot of improvement that can be made. But in that section, I'll probably have, I want to scan my notebook pages just to have the rough version of it. And then maybe below it, I'll have the final edited version. And maybe I'll even include like an audio slash video clip of me reading the poem because I think poetry can really be amplified. Like the meaning of it can be much more intense. Maybe that's not the right word, but you know what I mean when you hear the writer reading it or just anyone reading it. Um, Next section will be contemplations. So this like as it's again, I'll probably scan my notebook pages, but and also do a little write out. But a lot of the times, I spend a lot of time, especially being here alone, I spend a lot of time contemplating like the past and what's going to happen in the future and just life and death and love and relationships and just all these different things. So I thought it would be cool to have a little collection of that and people can read it and maybe they'll be interested. And I think it would be cool to have a sort of comment section where people can have conversations about it. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. Excuse me. I'll also have an art section. I am an artist. I like to think I'm an artist. I would like to go into art as a career. I don't really know. I know that I really like sculpture and I love making 3D tangible things. I also thought about art therapy as a possibility. Anyway, so the art page is probably going to have just to throw together like it'll be in chronological order, but there's not a specific sort of thing it'll be. There's going to be sketches, drawings, paintings, sculptures, just a variety of things. And I'll probably, with all of these sections, go back a few months and just put stuff on from then, just to kind of have something on here, just to have an idea of what it'll look like. But yeah, so I don't have a lot of access to materials at the moment. I left all of them at home like an idiot, but and they're really expensive to replace. So at the moment I'm mostly doing drawings, sketches, little watercolor paintings, stuff like that. But that is pretty much the gist of me, the website, the purpose of it, stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Today is November 22nd, 2017. It is 1:40 p.m. and I'm gonna go.